Hey guys, Yvonne here. Today I'm doing a tag video. This is the inside and out tag. It's an acronym tag, so for each of the letters in inside and out there's a question. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. First question: inside flap back of book summaries, too much info or not enough? Personally, I like a good summary on the back cover of a book, but I don't want it to be too spoilery. Sometimes it can kind of give away the big kind of climactic, kind of like the turning point of the book. What's the kind of like the big deal or the big turning point in the book. So I think like a good, like that's, I don't know if you can see that, that's a good size summary for a book. Sometimes though, if it's in a series, like the second or third book in a series, they might just have reviews and you're here thinking, well, what is the book actually about, what's happening in it? So yeah, I like them not too long. I don't like them to give too much away, but at that I do want a bit of a summary. Some books then on the other hand, they just have like a little paragraph or a little quote from the book and it doesn't really tell you anything about it. So yeah, a decent size summary, but not too spoilery. New book, what form do you want it in? Be honest, audiobook, ebook, paperback or hardcover? I hate audiobooks. I hate people reading to me. I think that's because when I was in school and the teacher was reading to me, she just had such like a monotonous voice. She didn't put any emotion behind her voice, like, you know, for the dialogue or anything. There was no emotion. So that's why I don't like audiobooks. I don't like people reading to me. Ebooks I love my Kindle, but I prefer physical books. So I prefer paperbacks because they're easier, like they're easier to carry around in your bag and they're lighter. I bring my Kindle with me everywhere, but I still prefer the actual feel of a book in my hands. I love hardbacks as well. I think they look great on my bookshelf and stuff, but I prefer paperbacks. They're cheaper as well, so that's another thing. Scribble while you read. Do you like to write in your books, taking notes, making comments, or do you keep your books clean? I despise writing in my books. It nearly killed me in school when we have to write in our books and highlight passages and everything. I did not like that. So like my copies of Wuthering Heights of Mice and Men, To Kill a Mockingbird, they're all highlighted and everything, which, fair enough, they were school books, so I don't really mind that. They were kind of like separate from books that I normally read. But any books that I get, any of my review books, if I wanted to, if there was a quote I really liked, I'd put just a sticky note on the page. I wouldn't turn the page corner, I wouldn't highlight anything, I wouldn't write in the book. I just put like a little sticky note on the page so I can go back to it later. So my books are clean. In your best voice, read for us your favourite first sentence from a book. I have actually no idea what my favourite first sentence from a book. I could be here all day going through all these books to find out what my favourite first sentence is. I do have a favourite paragraph, so I'm going to read that to you. So it's from Shatter Me. So, I always wonder about raindrops. I wonder about how they're always falling down, tripping over their own feet, breaking their legs and forgetting their parachutes as they tumble right out of the sky toward an uncertain end. It's like someone is emptying their pockets over the art and doesn't seem to care where the contents fall, doesn't seem to care about the raindrop, doesn't seem to care that the raindrops burst when they hit the ground, that they shatter when they fall to the floor, that people curse the days the drops dare to tap on their doors. I am a raindrop. Does it matter to you whether the author is male or female when you're deciding on a book? What if you're unsure of the author's gender? I really do not care if the author is male or female. All that I care is if the book is good. I think it'd be very sexist to pick a book because it's either written by a female author or it's written by a male author, so I really don't care gender wise what the author is. Ever read ahead, or have you ever read the last page way before you got there? I must confess I do this. I know it's a sin. I'm really trying not to. I'm trying to control myself and not flip to the back pages of books. I have a habit of, if I get to kind of like a boring bit or kind of like a slow section of a book, I'll try and skip ahead to see when kind of like the dialogue picks up. If it's just the main protagonist's internal monologue, I'll just try and skip ahead and see when is the next actual dialogue. But I am trying to not skip ahead, but it's hard. I'm trying, but it's hard. Organised bookshelves or outrageous bookshelves? My bookshelves kind of teeter between organised and disorganised. They're more organised than disorganised. This side is all my read books, and this bookcase is all my to be read books. I keep all like one author, all her books together. I keep series together. So as you can see here, where am I? I have all my Morganville books together here. I have Jennifer Allenchop books up there. I have Maggie Stiefvater books here. Yeah, I keep authors' books together. My to be read case is a bit unorganised, kind of like they're all over the place, but once I have books read, I try and organise them by author. They're not alphabetical or anything like that. My friend tried to arrange them alphabetically, but I think I just messed them back all up again. Under oath, have you ever bought a book based on the cover alone? No. But a cover is kind of like the main deciding factor for whether I will buy a book. Like, I have bought books. The cover is the first thing that attracts me to a book. So if a book has a pretty cover, then it's going to make me want to look it up and see what it's about. It's the first thing that'll draw me to the book. So if a book doesn't have a pretty cover, I probably won't read the blurb or the summary or whatever to see what it's about. So yeah, I've never bought a book without reading a summary, just going on the cover alone. But the cover is the main thing that will draw me to a book, because it's the first thing you see. Like, so if a book doesn't have a pretty cover, you're not going to go over and say, ooh, this is an ugly cover, let's see what it's about. So take it outside to read or stay in. Because of where I live in Ireland, it's nearly raining every day, so I read inside. I normally read at night time anyway when I have any sort of downtime. But during the summer, say when it's not raining, and if I'm going to the beach or something, I will bring a book with me to read outside, or even just read in my back garden if it's really sunny. But most of the time I do read inside, but I don't have anything against reading outside, because even when I go on holidays, like off foreign, I bring books with me and I sit by the pool and read them. So that's my inside and out tag video. I have no idea who's already done this, so I'm not going to tag anyone, but feel free to do the video if you haven't done it yourself. All links and everything below for our blog and our Facebook page, and subscribe to our YouTube channel just to keep up to date with all our upcoming videos. So until next time, happy reading.